Do that again.
He's unfortunately a little under the weather. Okay. Just kidding. He's known as the White Albert of comedy. Now he's known as the Bob Onan of comedy, and he owns the stage. Put your hands together for Mr. Bob Onan.
Give it up for Just Sienna, everybody. For all you international jet setters out there, whenever you're in Russia, I highly suggest you check out the Moscow Opera House. It's a beautiful and elaborate building with lots of history. For the rest of you, welcome to Comedy Night at the Lincoln Restaurant. Hell yeah! Nothing better than getting a Heineken and waffles, I'm telling you. I gotta tell you, I was getting kind of, my mind was getting to me driving down here tonight. I was thinking, oh man, did I wear enough underarm stuff? Am I gonna sweat? Are they gonna like me? Am I gonna remember my material? And then I thought, gee, I guess the real question would be, is the audience gonna be ready for me? Well, are ya?
Yeah!
All right, got that out of the way. Anyways, my name is Bob Onan. Please say it. Very easy name to say. But you see, back in high school, I had this accounting teacher who thought everything was singular and nothing was plural. And she could say, well, first of all, the plural and the singular thing. She was like, 54 cents plus 27 cents is how many cents? That's right, it's 84 cents. Now, she could say anybody's name in the entire class with the greatest of ease. Now, there was Polish kids had 26 letters in their last name. She could say their name with no problem, but when it got to my name, there seemed to be a problem. And I never understood that. Randolph Lebowski, here. Margaret Manitowski, here. Bob Onan? No, you don't understand. It's two words. It's Bob Onan. Bob Onan. Fine, Bob Onan. Go up to the board and demonstrate problem 36 from the homework. Great. Anyways, the other night I was having a hard time sleeping because my cat was licking my eyebrows. And I started thinking, can you imagine if our entire universe as we know it was the third grade project of a kid in another universe and he's getting a D? And then I got to thinking, if we evolved from monkeys, how come there's still monkeys? So, from that point, now I'm freaking out, can't go back to sleep, so I got up and I decided to turn on the TV, and there was one of those 1960s Godzilla movies on. I was watching it and I was thinking, when Godzilla attacks the village, why doesn't anyone shoot him in the eyes? Just shoot him in the eyes. Don't go for his armor skin, just shoot him in the eyes. And then I really got to thinking, the only people I feel bad when he attacks the village are the small children who have to look up at his huge swinging genitalia. How do you explain that to them? And then I changed the channel. I went over to the A&E network, and on Biography, there was a thing about Liberace, and this woman was asking him, how do you play the piano with all those rings on your fingers? And he said, very well, thank you very much. Anyways, did you see Monica Lewinsky got her own show just recently? It's called Mr. Personality. It's going to be on Fox. They were originally going to call it I'm a big fat stupid bitch that makes a fancy smancy handbag, but that was too much for TV guides, so they went for Mr. Personality. What are you, Democrats? Anyways, I'm going to have some beer.
All right, yeah!
Did you ever notice how the difference between explicit and edited is a couple of four-letter words, some violence and sex and drug connotations? Yes or no?
Yes!
Okay. The other day I saw the edited for TV version of Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, but they edited out all the drugs and they put in diamonds. So, but if you think about it, it matches, because instead if they say, hey man, do you got the stuff? Hey man, like, do you got the stuff? They're looking for jewels, not buds. Then I saw the edited for TV version of Pulp Fiction. It was a half an hour. Maybe you got it. But as a bizarre twist of storyline, they realigned all the scenes. It was very confusing, especially if you never saw it before. The best I could catch out of it, it was about this 2-bit boxer. And he was supposed to throw a fight, and he didn't throw a fight. Then he got in a cab with Esmeralda Villa-Lopez, who took him back to his girlfriend's house, whose name is Sugar Pop. Now, she likes blueberry pancakes and potbellies, but she forgot his ring. So he had to go back and get his ring, and Jules and Vincent Vega are waiting for him there. It was extremely confusing. Are you with me?
Yeah, no.
Okay, never mind. Anyways, so I was thinking, Hollywood's getting pretty lame lately, and I thought maybe I should write my own script. Because if you notice all the movies coming out, it's like, Terminator 3's coming out this year, and Charlie's Angels, which was the television show. I heard they're just casting the group for Starsky and Hutch. I'm not making that up. They're going to have to have Torino with that thing on it. Anyways, so I was thinking I was going to write my own script. It would be a teenage drama about the social interactions of a male in high school. And he's considered a dork by his peers, and no one really likes him. And he's got his best friend, who's a girl as well, is his best confidant. And he decides that he's got this huge crush on the head cheerleader, but the problem is she's dating the jock, quarterback, cool guy from the school, and he figures there's nothing he can do to impress her, except he's willing to try anything like befriend all his friends. So he comes up with this big giant master plan to win up the popularity of the entire school. He gets the popularity, he gets the girl, and then at the end scene, he'll go to the dance, and he'll be dancing with her, and then he'll realize at that first kiss that this isn't what he's looking for, and he was better off before. And then he goes back and he realizes that his dorky girlfriend is his true love, and then the last scene will have the entire student body do a really big elaborate dance that took 5 months to choreograph, but nobody really realized that out. But then I figured, that wouldn't work, unless you like Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze, it's not that I don't like you, it's just that I prefer if you're not around. That's all there is to it. Anyways, these next 3 items not necessarily are so, but loofahs, which is always fun to say, loofahs, futons, and Pilates. It all sounds gay to me. I recently have been feeling guilty because I do a really good job of making fun of people. And I like to take, for instance, I was driving here and I saw this big, giant, fat guy on the side of the road holding a sign that said, "Will work for food." So I rolled down my window. I said, "Hey, dude, take some time off." And then maybe you've seen those guys and they've got the belt with the big chain going around to their wallet, and I'm pretty sure they've got no money. And so I was at the mall the other day, and will somebody please tell the girls that just because half-cut shirts and low-rise jeans are available, not everybody's going to look like a pop diva when they wear them. Thank you. I was going to do the Roger Daltrey thing, but anyways, this would be the swinging. Never. So the Rolling Stones are going to play China for the first time ever, and there's 4 songs they can't play because they have sexual connotations in them. And the rest of the songs are about wagons and bicycles? Well. Anyways, war protesters and Michael Jackson. One needs to lighten up, the other one was better off darker. A baby seal walks into a club. It's comedy so thin, it's like you're wearing nothing at all. Are you with me? Chicks and drugs, both you can OD on. Without them, chicks would be women. Without them, you go through withdrawals. And when you got them, they're everywhere. But when you don't, they're not to be found. You can't find them anywhere. Only guys get that joke. Yeah. What does the phrase, "This Saturday, December 22nd, there's going to be a pancake and waffle breakfast," have to do with upsetting people? Anybody? Say no. I don't know.
No idea.
Okay. Nothing, unless you unplug the sign, change the letters around, and plug it back in. It says, "You are a fuckface." And it works. Wes Traynor knows that. He did that with me.
What?
He's burying his face now. I was recently at an awards banquet, and I realized there's a huge difference to an open bar and the bar is open. So the other day I was bringing my newspaper in, and I realized if they cut out all the useless information in the advertisements, it would be basically about the size of a Post-it note. Sometimes I just bring my newspaper in and just throw it in the garbage. I guess I subscribe to recycle. My favorite part to read in the newspaper used to be the horoscopes, until this one day I read mine and it said, "Today you're gonna have a bad day." I was like, what the fuck? Looking over my shoulder all day, waiting for it to happen. It never did. Anyways, it's also kind of interesting, some people's unorthodox idea of advertising to promote their business. Granted, you need to advertise to promote your business. And I recently read an advertisement for a furniture store that stated, and I quote, "Come help us celebrate our 25th year of going out of business anniversary." So what is that guy, like a couple of bacon salami sandwiches away from a heart attack? What's up? Anyways, here's a neat human interest story. Recently in Biloxi, Mississippi, a truck driver was arrested for propositioning an undercover female police officer with $5 and a couple of beers in exchange for sex. My only thought is, that worked before? And in conclusion of a recent government experiment, which took 7 years, if you're interested in losing weight, you need to eat less. No shit. It's nice to know our tax dollars are going to good use. Maybe you read this in the paper. It seems that there's some people who are suing the band Creed because last February when they played here in Chicago, the singer Scott Stapp walked out on stage and he was presumably drunk or intoxicated and he forgot the words to some of the songs. Obviously, none of those people saw Van Halen with David Lee Roth. Jump back! What's that sound? Here she comes! I forgot the fucking words, man! That was true. I wasn't making that up. Well, somebody please explain to me, why is the media so infatuated with telling us about celebrity relationships like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? Don't they realize we don't care? Ooh, they're fun, they're sexy, they're fresh. No. I don't want to hang out with them. I want to hang out with you guys. Now, I recently saw Jennifer Lopez. Well, thank you. I recently saw Jennifer Lopez, or J-Lo as her posse likes to call her, on Entertainment Tonight, and she said, and I quote, "Dancing to dance music is second only to having sex." Well, that's not true. Because if it was, why is it so hard for women to get men to dance? And why is it so hard for men to get women to have sex?
Yeah.
Anyways, by the power of rock and roll invested in me, I'll talk to you the next time you hear me. Yo, Keegan in the house. My name is Bob Onan. Or Bob Onan. Give it up for Jeff Sienna once again.